Today I am stressed out, and I'm also still sick, and my voice has actually got worse than Saturday's video. But it'll be fine. I'll be better by Monday when we're lifting this silage. I am confident. So I should probably start by explaining why am I so stressed. And it's because these three fields comprise of 30 acres, and it is some of our worst ground. It's always wet. Cattle graze on it at the back end of the year and poach it and destroy it. It gets lots of manure, but not enough slurry. It's all weed grasses, it's never been reseeded, the drains are burst. It's just really, really bad. And I am so fed up with dealing with this 30 acres of what should be really good ground. But because it's on an out farm, it's just neglected. It's going to take so much money to fix it that we haven't done it yet. And I'm just stressed by having to mow it and deal with it. I don't like it. This second field isn't actually that bad. It's pretty dry. I have seen it a lot worse. But the first field was just, I don't even know if I'm going to get it lifted. I'll show you that on Monday, because I genuinely think I might have to abandon some of the rows. But I did get most of it mowed. I'm sliding sideways. I'm literally sliding sideways. Ah! I did get most of the first field mowed. I probably left an acre at the back, which is the wettest bit. And I'm sliding sideways again. Oh my days, I hate this field. Sorry, I'm stressed. I'm stressed. And I'm sick. I'm sick and I'm stressed. Yeah, so the first field, I left a big chunk of it. Didn't even try to mow it. Very glad I didn't try to mow it. I honestly don't think I would have got the tractor more out of it, because I thought I was sticking to the dry bits and I still nearly got stuck, so oh dear. Anyway, we're making progress, we're getting there. Okay, and we are coming up to a burst drain which goes right across the middle of the field. So this is fun. And there's literally water on the surface of the field. Oh my goodness. Ah, what a mess. What an absolute mess. That's going to be fixed. I have had enough of this. I am putting £40,000 into these fields after second cut. And you can all hold me to that. Anyway, what are we doing today? So I am mowing 50 acres today. It's Saturday currently. I'm going to leave it over Sunday to try and get the fields to dry out a bit, and then we're going to rake it up and lift it on Monday. Yes, this is really bad silage. This is actually first cut, which is just embarrassing, but it is going into an out farm. It's only going to be fed to dry cows and to in-calf heifers, so to be honest, it doesn't really matter what the quality is. Of course it would be better if it was good, but it's not going to cost us tens of thousands of pounds. And the reason why it's not cut with the rest of the first cut silage is because it is so wet. It is just so wet. It is so wet. So this block is 30 acres of that 50 acres. So where does the other 20 acres come from? Why do we have so much late first cut? Well, 2 of the fields should have been cut with the first cut silage, but unfortunately, Stuart, I'm looking at you, someone left sheep on them way too long, which meant that there was no grass to cut when I was cutting the rest of the fields, so they were left until now. And there was actually a nice crop of grass on them. It probably should have been cut 10 days ago, but it'll actually make good silage. And they were dry. There was no mess, nothing. Then we have another 2 fields which are normally grazing paddocks, but they just got ahead of the calves, ahead of the heifers. So we've taken them out and we're going to put them in the silage pit as well. And then finally we have this 30 acres of swampland. This is like a good bit of the field. There's nothing you can fault it. And it actually being ploughed for the first time in 50 years would actually improve this even more. And would leave it perfect soil. It's even a nice field to mow because it's long straight lines. It's just needs a bit of attention and needs reseeded. And here's the worst bit up here. You can see where I have been sliding sideways. Wait till you see this for a mess. Right in the middle of the field, perfectly good on either side, and then a burst drain. How am I going to video this and get through the burst drain? It's just nasty. There's burst drain number 1. There's burst drain number 2. Oh my goodness, such a mess. Anyway, enough complaining. We are going to fix this. We are fixing these fields this year. I do not care. They are being fixed. So we can all look forward to that video. Welcome back to the next day, and today we need to get everything ready for silage. Now unfortunately, I never got these fields finished. It was just too wet. I had to actually stop ploughing. Even ploughing one way wasn't possible because these fields got so wet. So I'm going to have to hook the plough off here. I need this tractor to cart silage, but before I do that, let's go look at the field and see if it's dried up much. It is crazy how wet this field was only 2 days ago and how much it is dried up already. The soil is really, really blocky in this field. Like it's like properly compacted heavy soil. So I'm hoping that reseeding will actually make a big difference to this, because that is seriously compacted. In all likelihood, I won't actually be back in this field ploughing now for another 2 or 3 days. So I think I'm going to try and get the digger here to sort out these drains before I come back. Like, there should not be standing water in the furrows. That is a sure sign you need to put some drains in. And this is the really wet spot here, which is what absolutely needs to be fixed. Like, I can't not drain this. It's literally a sinkhole. What is going on? I'll phone the digger man tomorrow and make sure that he's coming to do this week, so I can get these fields done, power harrowed and reseeded, hopefully by Friday or Saturday. That's the goal, because I need another 2 cuts of silage off these fields this year. Right, I'm going to get the plough hooked off, get the trailer hooked on, and then we're going to work on the JF. We have some tines to change, blades to sharpen, and we need to grease it. We're getting there. I have the 6465 now hooked on to one silage trailer, and I just got the mowers hooked off. I had a bit of a problem. My front linkage hydraulic electric spool isn't working, but I think it's because the joystick is broke. So I need to fix that at some point. So my front link arms aren't fully up, but I got the mowers off by loosening off some pipes, draining off some hydraulic oil. I now have the Puma on the other silage trailer, and I now need to wash the radiator out, because the amount of seed heads and rubbish that came off the front of mowing that grass is just ridiculous. So I'm going to give the power hose, not going to give the power hose a quick wash, I'm going to give the radiators a quick wash with the power hose. Maybe that's not the best way to do it, but I can't be bothered going and setting up the compressor. So we're using the power hose. The hydraulic oil was also overheating at points when I was mowing, so this is a job I needed to do regardless of how much seed heads went into it yesterday. See how bad it is. Yeah, it's pretty bad. The entire back radiator is covered in grass. Thankfully, Case do an excellent job of making their radiators extremely easy to clean out. So I'm just going to pull all this grass off the main water radiator. Could say it's a design fault that so much grass gets in here, but we'll not worry about that. Maybe they realised it was a design fault and then made it easy to clean out to combat it. But so that's the main radiator is now like cleared, and that will allow air through the bottom of this front radiator, which is where the hydraulic oil is cooled, which was causing the problem. I am not going to hose this. I'm going to try and find a brush. 1 second. Try and brush some of the stuff off. I cannot see. I can see through it. Yeah, I can see through it. Yeah, I can see through it. It's fine. Doesn't need the power hose at all. Oh, there's so much crap. I mean, it's not going to overheat carting silage tomorrow anyway, but if it's not done now, it'll not be done, and then I'll go and mow when there's a heat wave here at second cut, here's hoping, and I'll run into problems. So at least it's now done. Push that back, do up one clip, and that's the radiators back together. I mean, it is a very good design, to be fair. After this, we have to go and get the harvester sorted, and that's going to be a bigger job. But at the end of the first cut, I lost a few tines here in the middle, and we need to get them replaced, specifically under this one, and that's it. I think all the rest are fine. This is not the most difficult job in the world, but it can be a little bit awkward. So we need 13mm sockets, and hopefully our gun fits in. Now this is the bit that can be awkward if you happen to end up on the wheel, but thankfully we're not. So let's get this. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's so awkward. I'm not on it. Oh my days, where is it? Right, I'm on. Okay. Okay, we got it. Right, now we need... Oh, we need an extension bar. Right, we need an extension bar to get these off, and I lost my extension bar. But I know my brother has one, so I'm gonna go steal it. I'll be right back. Extension bar secured. Oh no! His extension bar's not here! What? Ah, I already stole it and put it in my sockets. Oh dear. Okay, right, extension bar. What the heck? How is it that tight? How is it that tight? Like, actually, how is it that tight? Find a socket to fit the end of the extension bar. I am a genius. And now I can use my little small socket on my big gun. And it worked. Oh my word, it worked. It worked so well. Oh, thank goodness. That has definitely never been off in the last 4 years. There's another one done. Right, I'm going to finish this and then I'll be back. I'm going to leave the rest of this to the morning. I'm going to leave the rest of this to the morning. We just have to sharpen the blades and grease everything. And then we have to hook the buck rake on the JCB and grease it. And then we're ready to go. I think everything else is done. So I'll see you in the morning. So it's currently 10:10 on Monday morning, and I have lifted 2 load. I'm now waiting for trailers to come back. My third trailer is going to be a little bit late this morning. So I actually have some time to sit here, which is hopefully not going to happen the rest of the day because I hate waiting on trailers. My morning has been very stressful, and I've been in a mad rush to get everything finished up so we could actually get started at 9:30. So I didn't record anything. I was just in too much of a panic. Whenever Calvin showed up this morning, I think he summed it up best when he said to me, "Why do you always look so stressed on the days when you're doing silage? I thought you liked silage," which is very, very accurate. I like the idea of it, but I don't like the days when I'm doing it. And I think it's because it's all my responsibility. It's my silage, it's all my machinery. If something breaks, I have to pay to fix it. It's like, it's a lot of pressure. It is a lot of pressure. But it's fine, I'll be settled in by this afternoon and I will video the JF and all that sort of stuff then. I'm only going to record the introduction now because there's a couple of very awkward wee fields that I have to do this morning, and they're grazing paddocks, they're never normally lifted, you can hit problems you don't expect, and it's like the grass is dry but not that dry. It's kind of sticky. It's like, it's just bad grass. It's just, there's just a lot of things can go wrong this morning, so I'm just gonna not video any of it until we get into the good field after dinner. The perfect example is my first row. You can see the tracks I left down there, and then I lifted a piece of clay. I had my spout angled too far down because the trailer was really close to me because it was after a corner, and we blocked the spout. So I literally travelled from where I'm sitting now to where that red lorry is, and I blocked, and I was like, oh no, this better not be a sign of what's to come. Thankfully I don't think it is. I think it was just chance and my bad driving which caused it, but it's a good example of where if I don't concentrate for 1 second, something like a jam can happen. And if you don't happen to catch it and you drive forward for an extra 2 or 3 seconds, the entire drum's jammed, you've broken a shear bolt. I actually forgot to bring all the tools with me today. No, I just realised I have no tools with me today. Yeah, so basically I need to concentrate. Anyway, I got a trailer stuck pretty badly, so I have to go pull it out. Oh dear.
You don't want to go down too far, like?
I might be able to pull you up the hill, I don't know.
Just better further down there.
Well, you just put the, you need a pin for the David's weight block. Get a pin for David's weight block. Is this gonna work? I have no idea. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that was easy. That was very easy. Okay, let's not get stuck again. Don't ask how we got stuck in there. It was probably my fault again, but right. I have 3 tractors, 3 empty trailers, and can I have a trailer, please? Anyone? Trailer would be nice. Oh, for goodness sake. Check I've got everything set up right. Okay, we do. And we're going again. There's a minor inconvenience. It's not the end of the world. Slow down, slow down. Slow down another gear. I don't know what it is about. I think it's just smaller tires than I'm used to on the Massey and that John Deere. They just seem to get stuck in places where the Puma or the 8S just wouldn't get stuck. Hello?
I'll do right.
100%, thank you, bye, bye.
Alright.
Sorry, I'm neglecting you. For good reason, because there's just too much going on for me to make a YouTube video at the same time. So I will catch up with you near the end of the day when I have nice big long straight rows in a flat field, and if I do break something, it's not the end of the world. So I'll see you then. Okay, welcome back to the end of the day. It is currently 5:15. I have 7 acres left, 6 acres left, and I am currently lifting the monster wet row around the hedge, and it is seriously slow going. I am so far, this is my third 18-foot trailer, trying to get around the outside of this 7-acre block. It's hard to judge, and it's wet. It is so wet. I think it's just a case of it's under the trees and hasn't got as much sunshine as the rest of it. Oh, it's been a very long day. And it's only 50 acres. I did kind of budget 7 p.m. for getting this 50 acres done. And we're probably going to be finished up about, I don't want to jinx it, but probably like 6:10, something like that. This is real slow going. I'm down to 4 kilometers an hour. You didn't see me miss the trailer. Leave me alone. I'll probably go a wee bit faster now, to be honest, but I'll go a bit faster. We're now up to 4.7 kilometers an hour. Wow! The sheer amount of grass is just ridiculous. Oh, slow down again. Slow down again. It's really, really sore in the harvester, this kind of stuff. Really sore in the harvester. And I've lifted a lot of clay and stones, and I've probably broke a blade or two and chipped a blade or two, and it's just, it's a long day. It's a lot of work. Right. I'm going to jump out at the end. I'll show you the mess of the fields we've left. You've all seen enough of the harvester, I'm sure, at this point. If you want more harvester action, go watch my other videos. And I'll take you to see the silage bit at the end as well. I think I'll be done within the hour. Hopefully. That's the last load tipped. It's a really awkward silage pit. Let's go see what it's like. This silage is so dry. Wow. It'll be fine. I will sample it. It won't be good, but it is for dry cows, so it should be fine. That's the second trailer and tractor away. This pit's going to take a lot of work. My dad was rolling it this afternoon, but he left 3 hours ago to go milk. So it'll need a bit of tidying up in the morning, but should be fine. Right, before I go, let me show you the mess of some of the fields, and this is the problem. So wet spot here, burst drain over here. You can't really see it, but there's like a line of marks over there. Rest of the field, absolutely fine. There's 2 big burst drains at the back of this field, which you never seen. And the whole way across the field, like 2/3 of the way across, every time we cross them, huge marks. 2 drains would fix it. Front field's the same. Needs a drain down here, we left tracks. Needs a drain at the far corner, we left tracks. Needs a drain in the middle of the hill, we left tracks. Needs ploughed, needs drained. That would solve a lot of problems. Anyway, I will finish this video tomorrow where we will go and check the JF, see if we broke any blades, if we had too many stones, all that sort of stuff. And hopefully, we didn't do too much damage. Oh, that was long.
Some crap on it?
It was wild sore in the harvester.
It's heavy grass that.
It's, I don't know, I think I probably broke a couple of blades and stuff. Do you want to bring this home and I'll bring you back to your tractor?
Can do.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to take the harvester around the long way.
Right.
But I'll bring you back over in the chimney then.
That's great.
Okay, thank you. It's also probably worth saying that we don't use the compactor in this silage. There is a block built wall at the far side of that silage pit. And my dad and probably me as well are pretty convinced that if we tried to compact the silage, we could end up bursting that wall. So we do use the tractor with a weight block, but just the way things worked out today, it's not well compacted. But it's rubbish silage anyway, so just leave me alone. It's fine. It is a very wet morning after. Already have the JF washed, all the grass picked out of it, and it like sort of checked over. We broke no tines, which is amazing. We bent no tines, but did we break or lose any blades? Well, we can find out together. First thing I'll say, the blades are still very sharp, which I didn't really expect, to be honest. Okay, all good so far. Very little stone damage as well, which is surprising. Huh. We might have managed to get away with it without losing any more blades. No way. That is really surprising. I think I must have got a batch of dodgy blades last year because I was cracking them and breaking them every single time I went out. And now that's the second day of cutting and I haven't even chipped a single blade. We'll see how the year progresses, but maybe that's what happened. Maybe I just got a really bad batch of blades, which I actually had a suspicion that was the case because as I was replacing them throughout last year, and I mean I probably replaced half of the blades, it was always the older ones that were breaking and never the ones I was replacing. So maybe it was a bad batch. Right, I'm going to go hook this off and then we are going to seal the silo. I'm going to take the JCB over with the buck rake. I need to bring the forks. I'm going to grab one of my Silo Stop orange oxygen barrier covers and then I have to stop off on the way and get a top sheet, like a black cover. So that is the silage pit sealed. It took us just over 2 hours, which isn't too bad. I am now trying to lift the forks with the buck rake to bring it home, and I need to go grab the rest of the oxygen barrier and bring it home with me too. It's definitely not the best silage I've ever made, but it's in the pit, it'll feed the dry cows, it'll be fine. And I am going to fix this. This is not happening again. Next year, this is going to be a pit of really good quality silage. That's going to do us for this week. Thank you all for watching. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you wish. And if you have any feedback, comments, suggestions, criticisms, compliments, stick them down in the comment section. I will see you next week. This looks like a dangerous machine to be traveling down the road.